Hello, UNI Panther fans and Rocket League fans alike. Welcome to week 6 of the NECC regular season. Tonight, your undefeated 5-0 UNI Panthers from Cedar Falls, Iowa, will look for the playoffs against the 1-3 Clarke University Pride from Dubuque, Iowa. Thank you for joining us on your Wednesday night. My name is Hunter. Joining me in the booth is Star, and Igneous is in production. Star, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. We just got off from the Valorant game. You and I coming off with a nice 2-0 sweep. So I'm pretty excited. Looking forward to see Rocket League game here tonight. As we kind of go into, so I believe they're also making up their match for next week as well. So I'm excited to see what we got.
Yeah, exactly. They already coming off of a game tonight, like you mentioned, against Cornell College, where they 3-0'd Cornell College in that matchup. Of course, looking at the standings, UNI, the only team undefeated in the regular season in Central B Division 6. UNI with a 15-4 map differential. The next closest team is going to be Pennsylvania Westphalen, the Fighting Scots, which is 4-0 with their map differential of 13-7. So we have seen the Rocket League team in the past make it to the playoffs, but we haven't seen a deep run yet. So, Star, have you seen a little bit of this Rocket League team? Do you think they got a chance?
Yeah, I've seen them play. I believe it was week 1. Maybe even like their preseason matches, I think, was the last time I saw them, and they were looking pretty good. Back then, and I heard you say that they're 5-0. So yeah, I feel like they've definitely got it. And I'm just really excited, especially knowing like the players that are on the team. Like I've been watching Tonkin for however long he's been on the team, like 3-4 years now. I think it's his last year, so I'm very excited that they've been doing this well, and I'm excited to see them continue on and hopefully kind of climb through and maybe come out on top.
Yeah, I think the biggest, key in this whole thing is that Tonkin, who is a senior, basically kind of came off of the bench last year when it was those matches with TJ and AJ. So able to kind of have that experience coming into this season. I know Brewer Dog, who is the coach for this team, heavily invested in his senior, able to hopefully get a deep run going and hopefully get things underway to the playoffs. So here we go. UNI going to go ahead and join, and it is going to be for your UNI Panthers. The starters are going to be Tonkin, TJ, and Bikes.
Oh
For
yes.
for
I just
Clarke
remember the
Pride, it's
bikes.
gonna be it's gonna be Butters, Junior Puddles, and Control Leo. So already off the initial kickoff, UNI gonna go ahead and try and get some offense going here early. And already off the gate, Tonkin gonna go ahead and get this one in from the left-hand side.
And see TJ there with the assist. Thinking back already to week 1, when I first watched them play, we saw UNI had a lot of teamwork, and we're already seeing that here in this match. Just right off with the first goal.
And here comes UNI again. They're going to go ahead and punch it down over and start being aggressive. TJ going to pass it over. Nice shot. Big save by Butters. Going to try and get the double off the back, and that's going to be cleared out by Control Leo. So far, both of these teams kind of playing a very aggressive here, don't you think, Star?
Yeah, I mean, right away we've seen lots of action. The ball's been down both sides of the field multiple times now. Like you said, lots of back and forth, lots of airtime. Not really giving any of the players a chance to breathe. Just kind of keeping that ball in play, keeping it in action. Um,
And already Tonkin gonna go ahead get the demo on Junior Puddles. Ball gonna be going over left to right as it goes into the net. Big
oh,
save by Tonkin. It was almost an own goal.
that was a little scary to watch. But it looks like UNI's kind of got control back over the ball after that play, as we see I Ride Bikes and TJ kind of passing back and forth.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that UNI has to work on is kind of tightening up those mistakes, because they are not, perfect Rocket League players. And of course, things kind of happen every now and again, as this one's doubled back and hammered in by T center of the pitch. So, of course, when you're good, and when you almost kind of get an own goal, I guess you kind of make up for it.
No, they were definitely able to clean up there. And yeah, beautiful shot from TJ into the goal. We got demo on TJ there. Clarke recognizes a threat when they see one.
Absolutely, as this Clarke Pride going to try and get something going here on offense. Currently down 2 in game 1. Butter's going to get the shot. Ike's able to get this one to save. So far, UNI has kind of been flirting with these different, third man backs. We've normally seen it be Tonkin, then we've seen it be Bikes, and sometimes we see it as TJ. So it really comes down to the rotational play, I feel, that this UNI team has.
Yeah, they've definitely got a lot of, they've been able to cover a lot of the map very well. Just that back and forth, kind of, rotating who goes where, not really keeping one person in the same position all the time. I feel like we've seen a lot of really great saves there this game. Another one, for UNI. Oh, right, as controlled Leo brings it in, giving 1 point to Clarke.
Yeah, of course, right. It's Clarke. It's Clarke University Pride is, I guess, their full name. So, but as you can kind of see there, that's exactly what Clarke needs to do. They need to follow up on the mistakes of UNI, as out the gate, Butter is almost hammering this one in off the initial kickoff. However, that's going to be saved by TJ. And Control Leo is going to go ahead, take it left to right side of their own pitch. Pinch comes out to TJ. They'll go ahead and work it. Butters able to get the save and the clear. UNI gonna have to start playing a little bit more defensively here, maybe, as the Bikes will go ahead and try set something up.
Yeah, we've got about 1 minute 20 on the clock. Score currently is 2-1 UNI. So yeah, Clarke University is kind of getting maybe a little desperate here as that last minute of the clock starts to tick down. Really looking to either tie up that game, maybe get 2 points in the 1 minute. It's always possible, always doable.
Especially as Junior Puddles is going to go ahead and get the demo here, and with 1 minute left remaining, Clarke down 1 in game 1. TJ with the pass, can't follow it up, but Tonkin hammers this one in and could potentially be the dagger as UNI extends their lead 3-1.
Yeah, beautiful side touch from Tonkin to knock it in there into the goal. I feel like we get to see a lot of just I don't call it skill expression. Is that a term they use in Rocket League?
Skill expression. The only thing is good mechanics. Good
mechanics
with the sticks.
Lots some good mechanics from UNI as they kind of get in some goals that are just very maybe not necessarily straightforward.
DJ gonna go ahead and pass to Bikes. Bikes gonna go ahead and miss this. Control Leo trying to set up the offense. Tonkin gonna go ahead and clear it for himself, and Tonkin off the ceiling. Gonna go ahead and get this one in.
You know, we talked about Tonkin at the start of this, and I mean, here he is showing up, kind of getting these last 2 goals in, really securing the lead for UNI, being 4-1 as time ticks down with 10 seconds left on the clock.
TJ going to go ahead, flip reset as Control Leo's going to go ahead and bump this out of the way. Pass over to Butters. He'll take it mid-pitch, flip some aerials. TJ with a nice little slide tackle as the ball goes down. And UNI will go ahead and take game 1, 4-1. And a big shout out to Tonkin with a hat trick right there on goals. So, Star, what's one thing that you saw in game 1 that you really enjoyed?
You know, I think I had mentioned it a little bit, so I'll just bring it up again. Just seeing, you know, I think it's the teamwork we get to see from UNI, just kind of how they work together, how they kind of take control of the field, and also just getting to see those beautiful Rocket League car mechanics. I talked about this before, but I always just like no, watching how they can just maneuver the ball around is always very fascinating to me. So and I feel like we got to see that very well, especially with that 3rd goal for UNI, kind of seeing how much time and effort these players put into the game.
All right, so in the meantime, while we're waiting to get into the next match, go exclamation point merch. That'll take you to our Guardian Pro line, where we have a huge selection of t-shirts, hoodies, and a fully customizable jersey for only $50. MLB is in swing here in spring training, and a typical jersey will run you $150. However, a fully customizable jersey will go ahead and, from UNI, only $50, and you get to support a club. And right off the initial kickoff, Butters with 2 seconds done and away. Clarke Pride will not go silently in game 2.
No, they came back to fight. I mean, 2 seconds on the clock, just straight off the kickoff. Being able to score that first goal of this match. It's like UNI is not going to let that slide the second time.
Tonkin's going to go ahead and try and work it left to right on defense here. Has a full set of boosts. Has to make Puddles miss. Puddles going to apply the pressure. And Bike's going to go ahead and try and set up the offense left to right. Leo, he's going to be able to get the save. And UNI, again, going to have to work out on these rotations here. Bikes pinches it. Can't quite get it in, but it's sent in home from TJ. Nice little pinch pass down the center of the pitch.
Yeah, and I think something we really got to see with this goal, you know, just again, that teamwork from UNI. Every time they're passing the ball, it has somewhere to go. Someone is ready for that answer. And as we saw, I mean, they were able to get it straight to the goal from that.
All right, we are currently tied in game 2 with 4:14 left to play. And Leo and this Clarke Pride team going to go ahead and work the left-hand side. Leo passes it left and missed shot by Butters, and now here comes TJ in the UNI offense. TJ able to get the demo. Bikes will get slide tackled, but the pass is secured over to TJ. He's got 1 to miss. Has 2 to miss, but Puddles able to get this one saved. And here comes Clarke Pride. Butters defers to Leo. Still applies the pressure. It's a nice pass game so far for this Clarke Pride squad.
To say, I mean, you know, Clarke Pride, they're trying to get it over there. They're trying to get the ball out of their side onto UNI's court, but UNI is just not letting up. But they do. Puddles does get the demo on TJ. But kind of as I had stated before, UNI is just always there. They can see where the ball is going, and they are ready. They have an answer for it, and Clarke Pride hasn't quite been able to kind of crack that out, kind of crack UNI's defense.
There you go. And with less than 3 minutes now to play, UNI still tied 1-1 in game 2. trying to get something going here on offense. I know earlier there was kind of like a mid shot towards the center of the goal that TJ just didn't quite have the angle on, kind of tried to flip, reset it, maybe get a bicycle kick, but TJ beats him to the races. TJ able to break the tie here, 2-1 with 2:40 left to play. And TJ, who's been a big up-and-comer for this team, of course, Tonkin, going to go ahead and graduate out. The next runner-up here is going to be TJ. He's been critical in the last few games and a huge reason why UNI is 5-0.
Yeah, I know TJ. So I believe TJ was on Purple Team last semester, so he's also, got some experience with UNI. I know I Ride Bikes, I believe, is new. I'm not sure if he played on Gold Team last year or if this is just his first year playing for UNI.
And so far, the ball is going to be on Clarke's side as TJ is going to apply the pressure. Passes it mid-pitch, intercepted by Leo. Leo will start to get the offense going as Puddles gets the demo on Tonkin. So Clarke recognizing it, that UNI is down one, and we are tied again, 2-2 with 1:52 to play, and a well-executed demo and shot by Clarke. So with this, I feel like Clarke maybe found their answer here as we see off the initial kickoff, UNI going to apply that pressure. And that's the biggest thing that UNI really struggles with just from year to year, team to team, is those transition shots. And right there, Butters able to kind of take advantage of that and control Leo. Going to go ahead and apply this pressure. Leo sets it up, left to right, pass to Butters. Butters going to pinch it off the wall. Leo can't quite get the angle on it, and control Leo is going to go ahead and have to reset this defense, but TJ with an open net, and the aggression from Clarke biting them here. 3-2 now for the UNI Panthers. 1:14 left to play in game 2.
I mean, that's the second goal we've seen from TJ, I believe, this round. Kind of just having an open net, just being able to shoot the ball like halfway across the field, and Clarke just didn't really have, they weren't prepared. They didn't have an answer. They didn't have anyone there for that. And I think, that might be their downfall this game as TJ scores again. This time they were there, but just not quite ready, not quite lined up for that shot.
Yeah, the biggest thing that UNI, when they get dangerous, it comes to their pass play. And the biggest thing that they have to work on is their communication and their passing. And once that gets hammered in, like we've kind of seen it here against Clarke, able to get it in. But a quick answer here by Butters, center of the pitch. So good pass here by Puddles, just making one defender miss, and Bikes unable to get it in or get it cleared. So UNI now with the advantage, less than 44 seconds left to play. Dar, what do you think UNI needs to do to kind of hold this one out?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of difficult. We've seen lots of back and forth right now. Very scary with the ball being right there on UNI's side. I think, we're seeing lots of aggression here from Clarke as they understand that they need to get the shot, although Tonkin getting the ball out of there and into the goal. I was going to say UNI, just kind of wanted to keep the ball away from their side, and they were able to do that and score. Here we see again Clarke's aggression kind of getting the better of them as they were kind of desperate to get that tied point.
All right, so UNI with a 2-point advantage. Puddle's going to go ahead and get the demo on TJ, and UNI are just going to look to play a little bit of offense here. Maybe just courtesy, keep the ball up in the air for a slight bit of overtime. However, Tonkin tries to take a shot, and it's just far off the right side of the post. And TJ will go ahead, keep the ball in the air, flip reset, and as that's punch down, UNI will go ahead and take game 2, stretching the series lead to 0. And here is another critical play right here from TJ. 4 goals. So, Star, what do you think UNI needs to do to go ahead and get the 3-0 sweep?
Yeah, I mean, this second game was definitely a lot closer than the first game. I think UNI, kind of that initial goal from Clarke, kind of maybe shook him up a little bit, just as Clarke kind of took that early lead, but then UNI was definitely able to come back from that. So I think as long as as UNI can keep up that beautiful pass play that we've been seeing and just playing off of each other, just keeping their awareness of where the ball is going and what, I think they've been doing pretty good at kind of almost predicting what Clarke is going to try to do. So as long as they can keep that up going into this third round, I think UNI should be able to close out here. But I wouldn't count Clarke, totally out. They were really able to come back this last game, and I think they can continue to keep that up so long as they don't totally sacrifice their defense for their aggression. I think that kind of got better of them. So, but their aggression was kind of what brought them ahead that game. So we'll see if they can make the comeback, the reverse sweep.
As off the initial kickoff, big save. Unfortunately, it didn't have the angle, and Bikes is going to go ahead and hammer this one in for 3 seconds. Already done in a way in game 3, so kind of botched initial kickoff. Control Leo gonna go ahead, try to get the save, however, didn't get the angle on it. First 3 seconds in and away, UNI already up 1-0. And kind of your point, Star, Clarke needs to kind of be more defensive here. However, they don't want to be too overly committed on defense, as we see a double commit there and a demo. So they have to play comfortably and defensively, however that mixture kind of looks like.
Oh, yes, the balance. Beautiful save there from Butters. I thought that was going to go in.
Yeah, Tonkin able to get this one saved, and Tonkin taking advantage of the aggression, like you said, Star, and UNI extending their lead 2-0 with 4:22 left to play.
Yeah, not even 1 minute off the clock, and UNI is already up 2 points so far this round.
I think the other thing that Clarke needs to do here is hand it to their playmakers. Of course, Butters, who was good for 3 goals that last game, and maybe he just needs to find a solo shot here and get a couple mechanical plays, get the pressure off of his team, maybe step up here. Control Leo, demo on Bikes. Butters gonna try and pass it out to an empty right-sided court. Tonkin tried to clear it. Leo gonna steal it away. He'll take it mid-pitch. Bikes to intercept. He'll be credited with the save. Tonkin now with the demo on Butters. So UNI recognizing the main players on this Clarke Pride team. Tonkin tries to save it on the double back. Passes it to Bikes. He'll defer it. That's cleared out by Leo.
And time is ticking down here as, both the teams are just kind of going that back and forth. Okay, gets the 3rd goal for UNI.
Yeah, that was a nice kind of little early hat trick. Maybe exactly what UNI needs. Kind of a bolster of confidence going into potentially the playoffs here against this Clarke Pride team, as Leo gonna try and take the solo just off the left side of the bar. Can't quite get it done, but Butters able to follow it up with his own shot, and nice little play here from the left-hand side.
You had mentioned Butters earlier kind of being that playmaker for Clarke, and we are really seeing that, and I would just like to see him kind of get that ball, have his teammates kind of help him out, give him the ball a little bit more. so we can take those shots on goal.
3 minutes left to play, and UNI looking to continue their win streak to 6-0 if possible. TJ gonna go ahead and pinch it. Butters to apply the pressure. Ball on UNI side of the field. Bikes does some aerials, commits a lot of boost there to try and get it to clear, but it's pinched out by UNI. Butters tries to send this one home, doesn't quite get the calculus on it. And this one's going to be 50'd and cleared. And now UNI on the offense. 2:15 left to play. UNI with a 2-goal advantage. TJ gonna pass it mid-pitch. Leo gonna go ahead and defer it to Puddles. 50. Left-hand side of the pitch. TJ gonna take it. Work it around. And so far, UNI just gonna play keep away with less than 2 minutes to play.
Yeah, and that's really all they have to do, you know, being up 2 points. I mean, we have seen them score a lot more points, you know, in a short amount of time before. But, yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy for UNI here to just kind of play that back and forth, run out the clock, as Tonkin takes out Butters. But Control Leo coming in with the goal for Clarke here, bringing it up 2-3. Still, UNI is in the lead, but they are on, Clarke is on the comeback.
Yeah, I think the biggest play there is Clarke taking advantage of UNI's miscue there. Of course, Bikes didn't have enough boost for the defense, so he was kind of out of gas with the aerials, couldn't quite get it in, and Leo able to go ahead and get that one in. So UNI only with a 1-point advantage with a minute 13 left to play.
Clarke's doing a pretty good job here, just kind of keeping the ball out of their own goal. They are playing very defensively, but it is paying off as they do get the ball now onto UNI's side. Puddles looking maybe to take a shot here.
Leo doesn't have enough boost, has to defer, but he's going to intercept it, and it's going to be Tonkin, who's third man back, able to get that one cleared and away. I feel like another thing, too, that UNI has always seemed to have enough boost, so I bet boost stealing, especially when you're playing as comfortably on offense as UNI has, maybe it has to have a factor in it. Now less than 30 seconds left to play. Leo makes one miss, tries to double back. TJ with the clear. Less than 17 seconds left to play. And UNI trying to put the dagger in here off the left side of the bar. Can't quite get it in. 10 seconds down to play, and Butters has it. He's going to try and take the solos with the aerials. Has to miss with TJ. TJ able to get the clear. Ball still up in the air. Butters and Clarke only down by 1. Tonkin will go ahead and push it down, and that's a 3-0 sweep for UNI. Continuing their undefeated run in the regular season, 6-0.
Yeah,
Any
I mean,
thoughts
that was
on that, Star?
I feel like a very quick match there. I'm gonna see if anyone wants to do an interview for UNI. You know, yeah, there was, you know, some back and forth, but we gotta see it a nice clean 3-0 from UNI. So you said that makes them now 6-0 for the season. Yeah, UNI's been doing pretty good across the board for NECC. I guess I don't know how the Siege team has been doing, but I mean, everywhere
Probably
else
check
is
for you.
looking not too bad.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing here is that, you know, UNI starting to get some momentum here in the NECC. Of course, big shout out to our alumni who, you know, kind of built the foundation for, you know, these teams to be able to make the run. So glad to see that a lot of the hard work for both the players, the coaches, the exec board, able to kind of feast on the hard work finally.
Looks like we are going to be getting an interview with Tonk. He said he is down, just needs a moment. I'm excited for an interview with Tonk. I mentioned earlier, like I've been watching since he was on, I believe, Gold Team. And I don't remember last year, but I'm pretty sure this is his first year starting for Purple Team. So I feel like it's just kind of nice, like seeing it all come together. In this last year. So I'm very excited to see how well UNI's Rocket League team has been doing, because they've always done well in the past, and I know that's one thing like I've worried about, whether it was for things I was in high school or when I was on the Overwatch team or just anything. Like, oh, are the people who come after me, gonna be able to, like live up to that? And I feel like, the UNI Rocket League team really has been able to do that. So it's just very exciting to see that continuation of just how well the team has been doing.
Yeah,
Trying to get
absolutely.
Tonk in here. Give me a moment. I didn't even join General.
Yeah, have him join General. We can drag him.
Tonk, you need to join General, buddy. Then we can pull you in.
So while we're going to go ahead and try and get Tonkin in here, go ahead, do exclamation point merch. I'll go ahead and take you to our Guardian Pro line, where we have t-shirts, hoodies, and fully customizable jerseys, all for a reasonable price. And you're helping to support UNI Panther Esports as well. So go ahead and do that and support Panther Esports. Oh, there it is.
All
There it
right.
is.
We've got Tonka in here now, along with the coach, right? Drew Dog, you're coaching for them this semester?
Yeah, it was a turn of events, and did not expect to be in the head coach position after a semester of assistant coach and started in UNI Purple Gold, but we're here. That's all I can say. We're here.
All right, so Tonk, congratulations on the win tonight. Team still undefeated. Can you maybe talk about how this team has been able to kind of hit its stride when it needs to, or just what do you think contributed the most to this undefeated run so far?
Yeah, I think for me it's kind of unique because I've played with both TJ and Braun at like different points in time. So like I'm pretty close with both of them, and I've like also played with Brewer. So like I know all these guys super well, and I feel like I'm kind of the link for everybody. And I think like we just keep the vibes up, and we've been down in some games. I think last week we had a 3-2 series that we ended up pulling off. Like for me, I think it's just all vibes. Just keep the head up and keep playing our game and trying to win.
Yeah, of course. So maybe you can talk to more of the technical side of things, but has it always been the case of like, is there a dedicated third man back? How's the rotations work? Are you communicating that? Because I've noticed really good passes and really good rotations.
Yeah, I think after like the first few weeks, like we kind of looked back at our replays, and we found that we do kind of have this defined like first, second, and third man, and we've kind of been trying to play to those strengths. And like for me, like I'm playing in the midfield a lot, trying to look for those passes and plays. And I think we play our roles super well, even though like I know like I feel like we're all learning at the same time like how to play with each other. And I think the communication's really good too, and the rotations are really good, and we have good like aggressive play with demos, and I think we just work really well together.
Absolutely. What do you think because like Star was mentioning before we pulled you in here, you kind of been on the team for a while. So is there one specific skill you think you have improved on, not only this semester, but maybe the whole tenure that you've been with UNI Panther Esports Rocket League?
I think just, and this isn't like necessarily like a Rocket League skill, but like adaptability. Like I feel like I've been with so many rosters, like I've played with pretty much everybody. Like I don't even know. Like I've subbed a ton of times. I played with K-Bob and Braun, who were on the team. I played with Brewer and Max. Played with AJ, TJ. Like I've just been around. And I think just adapting to all those playstyles have kind of helped me, like, especially in that midfield role, like second man, like just helped me adapt, like overall, which is kind of a lame answer, but I feel like I've just gotten better at everything because I've had to play in so many different spots. And yeah.
Oh, I think that's a really good answer. I mean, and I feel like, we can kind of see that just in your play style and in how well the team plays together. I think it's something that really, really does show.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is there anything that you're looking forward to kind of close out the semester? I know you guys only got one more game left in the regular season, but is there anything that you're looking forward to work on for the future?
I mean, we have a LAN coming up in St. Cloud on Saturday, so I'm really excited for that. And then, yeah, just I don't know if we're locked for playoffs for NECC yet. I would guess, but I know there's a lot of other good teams. Um, just kind of finishing out the season strong on a high, good vibes regardless of how it ends. It's my last semester, so I know you guys will miss me, but I'm just excited to go for one last run, just have fun, and yeah.
Awesome. Any other questions, Star?
Got one like actual question. So so I saw your guys' like match at the very beginning of the semester. How are you feeling as a team, kind of going from the beginning to now, having gone through your 6 week, only having one more NECC match of like the regular season. How are you feeling, I guess, now compared to the beginning?
I think it was pretty good at the beginning. Like the vibes were all good. I think we just like had to learn how to play with each other more, and like learn our play styles. And I think now like we're a lot more comfortable, like just kind of like letting loose, if that makes sense. Like just playing our game instead of like super like hyper focusing on things that we have to do to like fit our roles. I think we're pretty comfortable in the roles that we have. Um, so really just like playing to our strengths and especially like talking together and working out like what went wrong. I feel like we do that a lot better now than we did like week 1, week 2. And I think just overall like chemistry is so much better now.
Also, you had mentioned the tournament. Is that going to be streamed through? Where's it at again?
St. Cloud State, I believe they have a broadcast, but I would be lying to you if I said I knew anything else.
It's
If
fair.
you don't care if I speak about it quick,
Yeah.
it's I found it randomly through one of the mini Rocket League servers I'm in, but it's called North Star 3. So they've hosted this event several times. I got news that there won't be ball chasing replay, so sorry Jaeger for your stats in case we get any. There's no ball chasing replays. I don't know where it'll be streamed at. It's a big event at St. Cloud. It's Smash Bros. There's tons of Smash Bros. There's singles, duos, Strike. They got a lot of fighting games there. They got Valorant there. I am not sure how many broadcasts it'll have. I'm not sure what broadcast will be on, and I am not sure if we'll get on a broadcast. But our goal right now is to make it long enough in the bracket to get on a broadcast. So coming that Monday, we can do a VOD review. That's our goal right now for this tournament. I would hope if you look through St. Cloud Social, or even I could probably ask a few of the TOs right now what they plan for the broadcasting is, and I can share that guys with you later. But yes, I hope there's a broadcast. I hope we get on it.
Oh, we'll be cheering for you guys. Hopefully you'll get on it. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So, Tonk, the most serious question of them all. What is your favorite type of Oreo and why?
I think I have to go with the OG, just straight up normal Oreo. Either that or the golden Oreo. But I think they did it right the first time. I'll say it. Like the bunch of flavors is cool, but there's a reason the original is the original and it's still there.
Respect.
Very
If it
respectful.
ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
All right. Well, congratulations on your win today. Looking forward to see how you guys come out on the land tournament.
Thank you.
and hopefully get to see you guys make a deep run this year. That's what we're all hoping for.
I hope so too.
All right, Star, any final thoughts before we wrap it up here?
No, that's I mean, as we mentioned before, I know Overwatch stream will be on Friday. Don't think there's anything tomorrow, but stick around, I guess, for as we're kind of coming up towards the end of NECC. That's all I got.
All right, so UNI able to go ahead and get the 3-0 sweep, continuing their undefeated run. Next time, they will play their final game of the regular season. That is going to be against Pennsylvania Western University at Edinburgh. Hopefully, we'll get to see y'all around there. So, for Star, my name is Hunter, Igneous in the booth. Thank you for joining us for UNI Rocket League. We'll see you next time, and go Cats.